dragged it to the right or left. And it just like makes your face look ginormously stretched out. I did this to this image. You're gonna tell me what went wrong with it, specifically thinking about the height and the length. Jot down something. What went wrong from image 1 to 2? We'll say this is like and get ready to chat with your partner. 30 seconds. Finish up writing and share out what you think went wrong. Go. 3, 2, 1. Share out what you think happened. I'm going to give you some more info. This new side that I have is 12, we'll say like centimeters. The old side was 3. This old side was 4, and it is still 4. What happened with my picture jersey? It's just way stretched on one side and not the other. Any other additions? Tell me more of what happened. Peyton, row 2. Yeah, so I expanded the length of a scale factor. Behind the scenes of your computer, they have all these algorithms telling the computer what to do. And this scale factor from 3 to 12 was a scale factor of 4. So to get from 3 to 12, it'd be 4 multiplied by 3. So if I wanted to do another similar scale factor to get from 4 to a shape that actually makes my picture look good, I would take 4 and multiply it by the scale factor. My new side for this side over here should be 16 if I want it to look nice and neat and not stretched. That's essentially what we're doing today, and you're going to be doing that with shapes, not pictures. Scale factor is your keyword. The scale factor is just a ratio of any two corresponding lengths into different geometric figures. Yeah. You don't have a picture anymore, it's just a parallelogram, and they said figure B is a scale image of figure A as shown. Box scale image, that is your clue that there is a scale factor somewhere that you can find. Enter the scale factor, box scale factor, that applied to figure A to produce figure B. For scale factor, you can start with any side possible, and you're going to usually get in the habit of starting the smaller side first. If you choose the bigger side, it'll work, but 4 is smaller than 7, so I'm going to do that one first. In this image, I went from 4, and I multiplied it by something. What did I multiply? Show me on your hands. To get from 4 to 8, the gentlest type of problem you'll see today, hands down, is a 2. So you could say the scale factor is, they went from 4 times 1 to 4 times 2. As a ratio, you're going to write your scale factor like this, 1 to 2. The scale factor is 1 semicolon or colon 2. 1 colon 2. That's your scale factor. Example 2 is slightly more difficult. Same language, there's a scale image. Box scale image, that tells you have to find the scale factor somewhere. Why is this problem a little bit harder? I'm trying to go from 9 to 33. Why is that kind of more challenging? 20 seconds, turn talk, go. Five, four, three, two, one. Why is this more challenging, TJ?
Because they're not even numbers.
They aren't like a whole number. You're gonna get some decimal or a yeah. There's some decimal, and this sentence tells you that there's probably a decimal. You're gonna round to the hundredth. If you can't do it mentally, here's a way to find the scale factor with division. Take the new side of 33. Always take the new side and divide it by the old side. Kind of like with percent change, the new side is 33. The old side was 9. So let's do some long division. Anyone have a calculator, actually? If you already plugged it in, let me know what you got, Jersey. 3.6 repeating forever, and then they rounded at the 7. Yeah. So they rounded because they got to the end and said, we give up, we don't want to list it for 1,000,000 and plus times. So it was 3.6 repeating. You can put 3.66. That is the hundredths place. If you wanted to round, you could do 3.67. There's your scale factor. You're going to write it as a ratio. This went from 1 to 3.67. That's your scale factor you'll write. And moving on to the last type of example. They want the scale factor of this shape. It goes from a bigger one to a smaller one this time. And then they want to know something else. Looking at those two shapes and looking at examples 1 and 2, what is kind of weird about this problem? We haven't ever done a problem like this before. It goes from 16 to 4, 11 to something else. There's two kind of differences for this one. Jersey, what's different about this? There's this missing side. That's going to be B. What else is different? Peyton. That's the right one. It's going from bigger to smaller, and you're going to write a little start reminder for yourself. If you go from a big shape to a small shape, if you go from big to small, your scale factor has to be less than 1. It's going to be some fraction or some decimal. Let's see if we can figure it out. They want to know the scale factor as a fraction to create the smaller image. And to find the scale factor, I'm going to always take the new side and divide it by old. Your new side is 4. Your old side is 16. The answer is not 4 for this. It is not 16 divided by 4. What would it be instead? Emery, could I do something to simplify? Yeah, let's divide top and bottom by a common factor. 4 would work. So this is actually a scale factor of 1/4. Is 1/4 smaller than 1? It's a fraction, so it is smaller. Your scale factor is 1 to 1/4. If I wanted to find a missing side, if your side is 11, what could I do, Brady?
You would divide 11 by 4.
Ooh, that's okay. I'm gonna have you set it up a little differently at first so we're not confused. Then I'll come to you about what you did and see if it makes sense. You could also take 11 and do what, Peyton? I'm gonna multiply it by 1/4. If you want to find a new side, take the scale factor and multiply it by the old side. 11 times 1 is 11. 1 times 4 is 4. Brady, you said that you divided 11 by 4?
Yeah.
And it's going to be the same thing, but I want you to get in the habit of multiplying scale factors. Claire? You could also write it as 2 3/4 feet. That's your missing side. It went from 11 to 2 3/4. It got smaller, just like 16 got smaller when it went to 4. Yeah.
Do you have to write it as a fraction, or
if it says fraction in the problem, you need to do what it says. If they say round to the hundredths, like this, that means decimal. If they don't tell you anything, you can choose. You try 2 problems that aren't on my boards. You guys have 2 problems, right? I think. Okay. Try those on your own.